Hi, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. This is video 3 in the series where I'm looking at a load of high-end boutique amps. In the first video we looked at a 2-rock classic reverb signature. In the second video we looked and compared the classic reverb signature to a divided by 13 RSA 23. And in this video we're going to be looking at this Matchless Independence 35. This amp is the Matchless Independence 35. It's a 35 watt EL34 based amp, and this particular one, because you can change what different Tolexes you get with Matchless, this one comes in white sparkle. Today we're going to be plugging this amp head into the matching cab that it comes with, which has got a couple of Matchless special designed 25 watt Celestian greenbacks. The Independence 35 is different to a lot of the Matchless amps, where a lot of the Matchless amps are EL84 based. This is an EL34 based, so more like a Marshall sort of power end section. Now, with this, it's a 3-channel amp as opposed to the 2-rock, which is really a 1-channel amp with a sort of boost function. And the version of the Independence 35 that I'm using today does not have reverb. So at the moment I've got it set up with that sort of clean on the verge of breakup sort of sound. It sounds like this. Now, if you saw the 2-rock video, you'll notice that this has a little bit more breakup, which personally I prefer. I prefer an amp that has a little bit less headroom, so you can get that sort of nice sort of breakup sound, nice bit of compression that the 2-rock doesn't have. The 2-rock is fantastic, but it's got loads of headroom and it's got loads of clean headroom as well. Now on the Independence 35, the clean channel can do anything from really clean, if I wind it back, and it's still got that Matchless sort of chime about it. It's still got that sort of AC30 sort of chime, even though it is EL34 based. Now, driving it that hard is not how I would use it on channel 1, because I've got channels 2 and 3, which I can get some more sort of high gain sort of sounds out of it. And because it's a cleaner channel, you're always going to get that sort of flubby bottom end, the higher gain you go. Then you've got channels 2 and 3. Now, the only problem with this amp, and it's not really a problem because it comes with a foot switch, is the only way you can access or change the channels to 2 and 3 is by clicking on the foot switch. You can't do that from the front of the amp. So if I try out channel 2, it sounds like this. Now, I've been using this amp for a couple of hours and I found that sort of sweet spot of that channel, and that's really where I would have channel 2, because I can then switch to channel 3 if I want anything higher gain. But you can take the gain higher on channel 2. But for channel 2, I really like that sort of vintage, sort of classic rock sort of sound. And then if I switch to channel 3, and that for me is the right amount of gain if I want to switch it to a lead sound. So I've got a clean, sort of on the verge of breakup sound on channel 1, a sort of vintage, sort of classic rock sound on channel number 2, and my lead sound on channel number 3. Now, one of the great things about this amp, and you get this on a few different Matchless amps, is the master volume pulls out. So when it's in, the master volume is disengaged, so it's like a non-master volume amp. And when you pull the switch out, it becomes like a master volume amp, so you can actually control the amount of level, I guess, going to the power amp tubes. Now that's great if you want to play in your bedroom and you don't want to be playing too loud, you don't want to annoy the neighbours. It's perfect for that sort of thing. And one of the great things about it is that it still sounds great even at low volumes. And then when I push it back in, the master volume is redundant. And it does make a difference with the master volume disengaged. You get this big, fat, sort of chewy sound out of it. It's great. As you get on a lot of Matchless amps, you've got a cut control. Now the cut control originally came from, say, like an AC30, which the original Matchless amps were based on. And what the cut control can do is to tame those sort of high ear-piercing frequencies that you often get from, say, like a single coil guitar. So you've still got that nice top end, but it just takes the harshness away. During our live session, which we do on a Wednesday night at 8 PM, someone requested that I plug a humbucker guitar into the Matchless. So I'm just going to go through the channels of the Matchless using this Les Paul. So here's channel 1. Now obviously the amp's set up for a Telecaster, so it's driving a little bit harder with the Les Paul. So you dial it back. Channel 2. And channel 3. Now for me, out of the 3 amps that I've tried, this is the clear winner. Now it's not perfect. I think having to change the channels just by using the foot switch could be a problem. Say that your foot switch goes down at a gig, you're going to be stuffed because you've got no other way of changing to your other channels. The other thing that I think that isn't perfect, and it's not due to another version of this amp, because this amp here doesn't have reverb, but you can get the Independence 35 with reverb. I wish it did have reverb, to be honest. I'm going to have to run a reverb pedal into the effects loop, and so far I'm having a few problems with running reverb pedals into the effects loop, which I'm trying to sort out at the moment. But disregarding all that, for me, this amp is the clear winner. It just sounds absolutely fantastic, and I really like the versatility of the 3 channels. Anyway, I really hope you guys got something out of this. If you did get something out of this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, click on the bell button, and you'll be notified of any future video that comes out from the Studio Rats. I'm Paul, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.